Thinking about buying real estate in Boulder and the Newlands neighborhood is on your list? Well, here are 10 things you need to know, the good and the bad. Hey everyone, I'm Osman with Einstein. I've been a realtor here in Boulder, Colorado for nearly 20 years, representing buyers and sellers. Our mission is to help educate our clients on market conditions and neighborhood factors to help you make a smarter real estate decision. First things first, Newlands is in one of the best parts of Boulder. It's west of Broadway, north of Mapleton Hill, and south of Wonderland Lake. And when the Newland family first came out here in the 1800s, in the late 1800s, there was nothing here, and they created a farm with orchards of peaches, apples, and strawberries. It wasn't until there was a swarm of locusts that took out their farm that the Newland family was forced to subdivide and sell their lots, starting at about $100. You sure can't get that today. Okay, let's talk about the good. Number one, location. Right now I'm standing in the middle of North Boulder Park. This is a fantastic resource for the entire neighborhood year-round. To the west is Mount Sanitas and open space trails. To the east, the North Boulder Rec Center and Ideal Market with a fantastic variety of shops and restaurants and a great grocery store. Number two, a wide variety of architectural styles. Newlands was developed over a period of about 20 years, and as a result, the home types vary widely. You'll find historic bungalows today, as well as modern, sleek, rebuilt homes. Now, most of Boulder doesn't have cookie-cutter neighborhoods, but Newlands in particular features this diversity of home types that a lot of people find deeply attractive. Number three, North Boulder Park itself. In addition to the killer views behind me, this is a place that the residents of Newlands gather to create community. Everything from picnics on the lawn to gatherings under the pavilion. You can catch a Little League game or have your kids play on the jungle gym. And if you're lucky, the Sweet Cow ice cream truck will roll up on your event and serve up some tasty treats. Number four, from a market perspective, Newlands is one of the hottest neighborhoods in Boulder. Whenever people come from out of town, this is the neighborhood they envision living in. And because there's so much demand, when it comes time to sell, you'll find plenty of buyers lined up for your house. Number five, Newlands is relatively flat. Despite being butted up against the foothills, the entire neighborhood is not on a steep, raked hillside. So there's two reasons why that's beneficial. One is if you're redeveloping your house and you're trying to maximize the height of your home, a flat lot gives you the maximum potential height against the regulations that govern height limits, which start at the lowest point on your lot. The second reason why it being relatively flat is beneficial is because it's really easy to stroll or ride your bike to Ideal Market at any age, whether you are young or you're old and have some mobility challenges. The flatness of the neighborhood makes it much more pleasant to get around. Okay, let's talk about the bad. Number one, the premium it costs to live in this neighborhood. Compared to other locations in Boulder, you're probably gonna find that your budget doesn't stretch quite as far as it would for other types of houses. You'll end up with a little bit of a smaller house or maybe one that's not quite as remodeled because this is one of the most premium neighborhoods in Boulder. Number two, most of the houses in Newlands are oriented east and west. And this is actually a much more important point than some of the other ones. And the reason for that is that homes that are oriented to the south have far better light, and everyone knows that, but what they don't know is that homes that are oriented to the south are the optimal orientation for an active or passive solar system. And here in Boulder, there's one more factor, and that is your house size is actually controlled by the amount of shadow your home casts on the neighbor's lot. And if your home is oriented north-south, it casts a smaller shadow. So homes in Newlands are limited in size because they're oriented east and west. And that could have a big impact on your future plans for the property. Number three, believe it or not, crime. And I'm not talking about Ted Bundy levels of crime, more like Little Rascals level of crime. Petty crime, like tagging park benches and blowing up the playground set with firecrackers. I think this is mostly teenagers that are coming into the park at night, but it's known to be the neighborhood, the park in the city of Boulder with the highest level of crime and vandalism, according to Parks and Rec employees. Number four, construction traffic and higher density. In the short term, it's the noise and dust from the construction. In the long term, it's higher density. And what I'm talking about is the Alpine Balsam project on the south end of the neighborhood. That project is slated to add about 250 residential units. Multiply that times about 2.5 and you have the increase in population. But it's not just residential units, there are also city offices planned to go into that development. And for people that want higher density, their arguments are that it's more affordable and it's more inclusive. And I'm not saying they're wrong, but for people that have lived here in the neighborhood for a really long time and are used to the lower density feel of Newlands, it's probably a bad thing. But I'm not going to touch this debate with a 50-foot pole. For now, we're just going to put it in the bad category. Number 5, lot sizes. For the price, in Newlands, you're gonna find lot sizes are pretty small. And what we've heard from our clients over many years is they feel a sense of reduced privacy throughout the neighborhood in Newlands. And it's just part of the deal if you're purchasing in this neighborhood. All right, that's it. I'm Osman with House Einstein. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Whether you're buying or selling, our mission is to help you make a smarter real estate decision. We work here in Boulder, we work in Denver, we're in the mountain towns, and we've just started to expand into the resort communities. If you're looking for advice on buying or selling real estate here in Colorado, reach out to us. We're happy to help you make a smarter real estate decision. I'll catch you next time.